Welcome to Gum Gum Shuffle, a fan One Piece trading card gamecast. Let's see what treasures we can find at our favorite local island.
Hey everybody, Kennedy Hawk here from Gum Gum Shuffle. Today's batch is going to be a kitchen table batch at my house. I'm going to be piloting Green Kid versus Red Zoro with the 2K boosts. Made a few swaps. We dropped the two one-drop Namis for some Udas, so we'll see how that goes. Good luck. Alright, so we're going to roll off here. Kid versus Zoro. Again, I'm playing Kid on the left. Zoro is coming in on the right. So we win the roll-off. We are going to choose to go second. We always want more cards, especially against this Zoro deck that gets so much advantage from those 2Ks. Swap to a different camera stand today. We still need to get a lens that gets rid of the glare for hero cards, but doing what we can do. Alright, we are shuffling up and getting ready to go. So what I'm hoping to see in my opening hand is something like a Bonnie and a blocker. I've got two laws, a Pooh, an event, and a blocker. I might keep this. Yeah, I think I'll keep, because blockers can be really strong against Zoro. And we'll see what Zoro decides to do. Also going to keep and set up life. Alright, so 5 life versus 5 life, both mono decks. One Dawn going out for the Zoro player. And they are going to either play a Nami or pass turn. Pass turn. Alright, so let's get our blocker down. We don't have anything else we can do with that because we didn't get a Bonnie or anything, so we'll pass turn and see what Zoro has as their 3-drop. Alright. Sanji, a rare Sanji coming in, which could hit real hard in a couple turns, especially if we don't start chipping away at life to disadvantage that. I assume Zoro's going to attack here and at least try to take a life. I should probably just take the life. So Zoro coming in for 6. I blocker. Okay, this is kitchen table play. I don't know what I'm doing. And I draw into a 2K, and let's get 2 more Dawn out there. Alright, we're going to spend 3 here on our draw Wano character. Let's just Dawn up Kid and go in. Alright, they're going to counter with a Gordon. Don't want to play into the life game yet, so they must be planning to use life with Sanji to boost him up. So Zoro player up to 5 Dawn, turn 3. This is the turn they could drop Luffy. They'd like to go second so they could drop Luffy and Dawn Zoro. What they might do is, they are going to drop a Luffy. Nice. Okay, so we don't have any blockers for him to bypass, so he doesn't need to worry about the Dawn. And going in for 6, I will take the damage. Drawn to a trigger killer. It doesn't get to kill anything, but I think I want the body just to push damage at Zoro and to have a second character to draw with our Wano. Alright. Are they going to use Sanji? Let's see. Zoro's going in, I'll take another life, and they're passing. Okay. No Sanji use yet, that's interesting. They must be worried, even though I just played my killer. Alright, we're going to play Bonnie. Let's start searching with Bonnie. I think that's real important right now. We're going to grab a killer, just to let them know that they shouldn't use their Sanji. Then let's Dawn up here, swing at Luffy for 6k, and draw a card off trigger. Otama is going to boost. Okay. Let's Dawn up Kid, I think, and swing at Luffy for 7k. We really want to take care of Zoro's attackers, even though we're getting behind in life. I think that's the better bet for us. We'll see how wrong I am later. Alright. They countered again, so we're really draining their hand, but that Luffy is going to be a problem for us. Alright, I'm expecting them to try to clear our card draw and not attack life. Like, they can clear Bonnie and our green card draw, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So we got Nami. Nami drew them a Sanji, a Rush Sanji. I'm guessing he's coming out. Having 4 attackers that could hit Bonnie is going to be real strong. I mean, Sanji doesn't have a counter, so I think that's a good move still. Playing an... Is that an Uta? Okay. So they're going to grab Brook back. Interesting. Okay. Play the Brook. So we're up to 5 characters on Zoro's board, which is really dangerous for Kid. Especially being behind on life already. I think this was actually a good play, keeping Sanji back as like something you could steal the game with, and having a 5-wide board. I mean, only 3 of them can attack this turn, but Zoro can go in. A 7k at our draw card, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it looks like they're going to send Luffy in first, not Zoro. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, 7 and 7. Alright, Sanji's coming after our draw card next. Talking about which characters can attack, which ones were played this turn, so. Right. Sanji coming under draw card. We can combo out of that. But there's nothing we can do about this Zoro. We'll see who our opponent decides to take out. Bonnie's certainly the easier thing to kill in future turns, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, taking off the automatic draw. Bonnie could miss, right? Unlikely in this deck, but it could happen. We draw another copy of our draw card, so that's pretty sweet. Don't know if we can play it yet. We need better board presence. We need to wipe some things here. So let's Bonnie and see what we can get. Let's take a Promo Kid. So the screen deck is trying to use Promo Kid as our main damage source. So it's just trying to maintain the board until we can get him down. And there might be a reason that doesn't work super well. Okay. Let's drop a Law. We'll bounce Killer, replay Killer. Yeah, let's bounce Killer and replay Killer. Get rid of Sanji. I think that's the best move. I was thinking about bouncing Bonnie to keep her from getting attacked, but I think removal is more our speed right now. And we'll pass. We'll attack leader. Get some life damage in, although we know we're giving them 2k counters, so I almost don't want to do that. Alright, Zoro player is pretty high up there now. 9 Dawn, so they could drop a Shanks. Doesn't make much sense to, because you can't Dawn Zoro then, and they've got such a wide board, they could place Dawn all over and really wreck me. Luffy can come in, Uda can come in, Zoro can come in, all just by placing 1 Dawn, which is pretty good. Second Dawn lets Brook come in too. Alright, they're going to Jet Pistol away Law, so yeah, they might just be going for the kill here. Playing a Brook to put 2 Dawn onto Zoro. So they've got a 7, a 7, a 3, a 5, and a 4 right now that could attack. Putting 2 onto Luffy. And that last one's probably going to go into Brook, is my guess. Just so we can get hit by everybody. Let's go on to Uda. Okay, so it should be a 6k. So I'm guessing that, alright, Brook's going to swing at Bonnie let's use Punk Gibson and exhaust Uta. That's a real good move. Slows down how much damage we're going to take. And keeps Bonnie alive. So if they really want to get rid of Bonnie, they're going to have to waste a Nami attack too. But I mean, it's not really a waste. She's not going to do anything else. Alright, going for life with Luffy. I assume going for life with Zoro. Yeah. Just really draining my life. 4-1 on life right now. I think Kid's in trouble here. Keeping our characters alive. We need the card draw from Bonnie right now. We have a ton of cards in our hand, but a lot of kids and a lot of laws, so not a lot of counter power. Let's play our 8-drop kid. Dawn him up. Use his ability to play probably another blocker, right? Or a Kiku. And then hardcast the blocker. So we got 5 wide, 2 blockers. Let's go back. We need to get rid of Luffy, so we got to put a Dawn on. Yeah, let's try to clear the board. I'm sitting here trying to block when I need to get a little bit aggressive. And their hand is pretty empty. Dog jump into the frame there. Nice. I did mention this was kitchen table play, right? I did. Okay, good. All right. So we've got a Nami, an Uta, and a Brook to deal with. We know they have that Rush Sanji, which could give us trouble. Playing another Nami. They could find a Rush Luffy off this. They could find a Zoro. Could see they're seeing a Shanks there. It's probably frustrating. Like Rush Luffy from the 5 they're looking at is probably what they want to grab. Maybe that's Zoro. They had all 3 Rush cards. That's pretty sweet draw right there. You're not going to get many better choices than that. Okay. It's a tough decision, but with so much resources left, I really think Luffy's the answer. Just grab him, dawn him up, swing into Kid if you can. Gotta take the Luffy. That's the right decision. I know it sucks Shanks going to the bottom of your deck and Zoro and Sanji, but I think Luffy's the right call. 4 Dawn left. Probably 1 going on to Zoro, 3 going on to Luffy, and then swinging at Kid is my guess. Yep, this is a good play. So you'll boost Luffy up to 10k, so I've got to waste at least 2 counters to keep Kid alive, and my hand is pretty depleted at this point. So I think swinging into Kid makes the most sense. I mean, it's the only thing you can do if you're going to attack. And then probably clearing Killer or hitting for a damage and just getting yourself to the point where you're almost at lethal with 4 health. Yep, Kid's gone. Not enough counters left to keep him alive. Alright, Nami swinging at Killer. Yeah, they've got so much they can really take advantage of the board. Let's make him waste more attacks if they want to do that. Uta's going to swing for damage. And I'm pretty sure Zoro's going to end me. Nope, had enough counter. Just barely. Alright, 4 life to 1. I think we are in trouble. Their hand is also pretty drained, and we know one of their cards has no counters, so let's probably dawn up a Kiku. You'll get to exhaust the Nami, that doesn't really matter, but you could at least clear Luffy. But with 10 Dawn and 4 bodies, I mean, we're just in trouble. And clearing the board just keeps perpetually putting us behind. Yeah, Luffy's gone, which is good. That means we know they don't have a lot of counter. So we're going to pay 5 for a Law, bouncing Bonnie to play a blocker. So we've got 2 blockers and Kid. That's about the best we can do. Clear an Uta. They've got Nami, Brook, Zoro. We know they have a Rush Sanji. That's going to cause us a problem. Let's ready Kid and clear Brook as well. So we've just got Zoro, Nami to deal with. And it's really going to be about if they draw more rushes. Hand is Sanji, Usopp, so this is going to be pain. So there's a rush Sanji sitting at 6k. Two rush Sanji sitting at 6k. And a 7k Zoro, so that's probably going to be lethal unless we have a lot of combo. Because we can blocker combo, but it's going to be tight. I think it makes the most sense to just go for Kid, force me to use my 2 blockers, and stay up on life, because I'm going to have to put all my pressure into clearing the board. Yep, so Sanji's going to Kid, Sanji's going to Kid again, we're going to block. And now Zoro's going to Kid, and we can not counter high enough. GG's. Let's get to game 2. Alright, I don't think we were aggressive enough. I think we needed to hit life a little bit harder at the beginning and then focus on clearing things if we can. We didn't draw into a lot of our exhaustion, which made it hard to clear some of the smaller blockers. So we'll see how things go. Second match. Going second again, so we're getting that card advantage, and hopefully it pays off for us. Keeping our opening hand, I see 2 2K blockers. Lots of good stuff. Alright. Zoro player's gonna mulligan. Alright. Here we go. 1 Dawn for Zoro. Playing Anami or passing? Gonna be a pass. Alright, going to 2 Dawn with Kid. Let's go ahead and play a Bonnie. And let's exhaust to look at the top 5. I don't like doing this without a blocker out, because Zoro's just going to swing at Bonnie and kill her. But if that wastes an attack and keeps me at better board presence or better life advantage than I was in the last game, I think it's worth it. So 3, worst thing that could happen here is a Zoro. Best thing is a Sanji. Alright, so Sanji's coming out. If they want to take their own life, we'll let them. It does give them a big hit. And yep, they will swing at Bonnie as expected. So it's our 4. We have a promo Kid. I think we're going to play that. Yep. That's our game plan, is to sneak promo Kids through. So we will swing at leader for 5k. We're going to keep 1 open. Bluff a little bit, Paradise Waterfall here. Alright, so here's Zoro. This is the turn they've wanted the whole time. And a Brook, actually. Wow, nice. Some nice board presence building. Not saving Brook as a 2k, so probably a lot of 2k counters in hand, or not worried about that yet. And we'll see where they go here. Deciding if we should use Sanji's ability. I think it's smart to use Sanji's ability and just put a little pressure on me. If you get hit by the double strike Kid, you're going to be losing so much life anyway. You may as well just plop it into your hand. It's not banished, so it's not like you're losing it, but I mean, if you don't put enough pressure on Promo Kid's deck, then you're going to fall behind. Alright, play a killer to get rid of Zoro. Behind in life already. Donning up Kid promo. And swinging. So it's going to be 2 life, hopefully. It's Jet Pistol, so it's only 1 life. Gosh, I never get Kid promo to work. I think that's the way it works. if the first card kills him, he doesn't get to strike his second damage. That's how it would work in Digimon and some other games. We'll just swing with leader. It was unfortunate what happened, but it happened. We did hit pretty hard. We're in the life advantage, 3-2. We've got a huge hand, so does our opponent, so there's going to be a lot of countering at this point to see what they play. Playing Uta again, probably grabbing back that Zoro, yep. And then Zoro's coming out. Not going to have enough resources to dawn up Leader Zoro, which is good for us. That makes it really easy to counter out of. So 5k, we'll counter out of that. Another 5k, and we'll take that one. Alright. We're up to 8 dawn. So there's a couple options we could do here. We could dawn up on Kid and double strike, trying to hit life, just double swinging with our Kid ability. We could do it with Killer, and I think I saw a starter law in hand, so then we could ready Killer and swing twice, and then still swing with Leader. That might let us hit for 3 life if they don't have enough counter. I'm guessing they have enough counter, and what we really want to do is clear the board. But with Uda and Brook out there, and that Sanji, I mean, they can swing real hard, real fast if they want to anyway. So yeah, let's put it on Killer. So we get late for 6k. See if we can draw out some counter cards. Yep, draw out an Otama. Let's swing 5k at Zoro. Counters with the Sanji. Let's, I think we should play the starter law. Ready Killer, swing 6k at Zoro, just stabilize the board a little bit. Because we just built a 6k body, and they probably want to remove Killer, or they threaten having the same thing happen again next turn. Alright, 9 dawn for our opponent. And they're counting it all out. That means Shanks is coming. Okay. There aren't any blockers for him to bypass, so it's just a real beefy... I mean, it's a life loss each turn, basically. Don't have any blockers. Uda and Brook and Sanji can all swing at Killer, so he's probably dead. Okay, Sanji coming in for life. Counter out of that. Not Sanji, Zoro. Shanks coming into Killer. Yeah, he's super dead. Going for the board presence at 2s, which is probably smart, because you've got a lot of things. If they drop a Dawn on Zoro next turn, we are in a world of hurt. Alright, so we'll use Nekomamushi to exhaust Sanji, play a Killer to get rid of Sanji, just building our board and depleting our opponents. Got 5 left for Dawn. I think what we should use put 2 on leader in double swing. Yeah. Swing for 7 and swing for 7. Try to deplete life. I mean, they might draw into counters, which could be annoying. Deciding not to double swing. Just swinging twice with Law. Or once with Law and once with Kid, leaving 2 opens for Punk Gibsons, so that can slow their board down significantly, right? If they attack with Brook or Uda first, that's what they want to do, right? Is attack with one of those 2, so it wastes my exhaustion targets. But if they're not careful and they go with Shanks or Zoro first, we could really slow them down. 2 life to 1, advantage to the Kid player right now, but with a Shanks on the board, things are pretty brutal. And a second Shanks comes down, and a Dawn on Zoro. Oh, 2 11Ks, a 6K Zoro and a 5K Uta. Brook at 4K is not going to do nothing. So if they swing with non-Uta first, we can Punk Gibson. They swing with Shanks, which is beautiful. We will Punk Gibson, exhaust Uta. burn some 2Ks to really keep that damage from hitting us. The next 2 attacks are going to hit us, but we're in pretty good shape here. We've only got to do 1 damage. We've got at least 2 characters that can do it. I think the right answer is just Dawn Up Kid, use our double ability, tap for 12 twice. It'd be pretty hard for them to avoid it, although they did just get a 2K Beppo from life, so I mean it would take several and then we can still swing with Law, so. And yep, it's GG's. They can't do it. Alright. Well, it was 1-1. Pretty even matchup for us. So Kid got a little bit more aggressive in the second game and really leaned in on board control when they could, but also just attacking life and forcing our opponent to get a little bit desperate there at the end. So GG's all around. I'm sure we'll play these decks again in the future. But for now, that's all we got this week for Gum Gum Shuffle. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to Gum Gum Shuffle. If you like this content, be sure to like, subscribe, or comment on this video. If you have a local scene or deck you'd like featured on the channel, send the information to gumgumshuffle@gmail.com or fill out the survey in the video description below.